I'm Randy Shaver live at the Dome. This is what it's all about right here. Prep football semifinals. We'll have all the highlights, and Golden State trades Chris Webber, but not to the Wolves. We'll tell you that coming up in sports.
All right, thank you very much. I want to head down to the Dome right now. Randy Shaver's down. How's that going down there?
It's going great. This is the place to be if you're into high school football. It's the prep semifinals, you guys. And Hutchinson is playing Northfield in Class A, and they're at halftime of the game, so we'll show you some highlights in a minute. I got to tell you about the big trade, though. Chris Webber was traded today by the Orlando Magic. Check it out. Here it is. To the Washington Bullets for Tom Gugliotta and 3 #1 draft picks in the years 96, 98, and the year 2000. Webber, at age 21, signed a multi-year deal, and he'll now join former Michigan teammate Juwan Howard, who signed his contract today with the Bullets. So a big trade, and Webber is now part of the Washington Bullets. Now to the prep football semifinals to be played here at the Dome all day long today and all day tomorrow. Here's the Class A highlights. Hutchinson against Northfield. Nate Pearson, he is going to the University of Minnesota on a football scholarship. 40-yard touchdown run to give Hutch a 7-0 lead. Northfield has come back, and at the half, it's 10-7. Northfield on top. The winner goes to the Prep Bowl. Boy, look at this now. Class B this afternoon. Watch this. Triton on the kickoff return. It's the skip pass over to Tim Bush, and he's gone. 92-yard kickoff return against Zumbrota-Mazeppa to give Triton a 35-28 lead. But only a few seconds later, back comes Zumbrota-Mazeppa. Jeremy Bellinger to Brian Potrat's 65-yard touchdown. With the 2-point conversion, it was 36-35. Just over 2 minutes to go. Kirk Mithune, the quarterback for Triton, to Tim Bush on the screen. 37-yard touchdown. And Triton wins 43-36. Mithune had 5 touchdown passes on the day. Class C this afternoon. Chatfield in maroon. That's Rich Manahan. Gone. 60-yard touchdown run first quarter. Chatfield beat Minnesota Valley Lutheran 35-14. Manahan scored 3 touchdowns today. And in 9-man this morning, Verndale clobbered Hills Beaver Creek. Verndale quarterback Eric Runyon to Mike Bounds, 56-yard touchdown. Remember, it's on a shortened field in 9-man. Runyon threw for 2, and Verndale wins easily, 48-18. That means they advance now to the Prep Bowl next Friday. Now, don't forget tonight, we will have a Prep Sports Extra. Highlights from all the semifinal games today, plus our All-Metro team tonight, both offense and defense, and we'll name our Coach of the Year. That's tonight at 11:05.
Carey Levin Sports presents the Prep Sports Extra, brought to you in part by your Northland Ford dealers. Now, here's Randy Shaver.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Prep Sports Extra. Just a reminder, coming up in a few minutes, our 11th edition of the Carey Levin Sports All-Metro football team. But first, state semifinal action from the Dome, starting with Class AA. Anoka, Grand Rapids tonight. Tom Solstice to Mike Ingasser. Touchdown pass off the option. 14-zip Grand Rapids. Back comes Anoka. Cool, calm quarterback Jesse Chenard. Touchdown pass to Jason Podani. 14-7, Rapids in front. Tied at 14, Matt Stolsky. Big fullback, third quarter. 21-14 Anoka, and they're in front. But Craig Sint scores from short yardage for Rapids. Game tied 21-all, fourth quarter. Watch this now. Grand Rapids on offense. Tip pass. Picked off by Anoka's Tim Rick, and it's a big play. Late in the game now, Anoka a chance to win. Jesse Chenard will find Brian Greenbush down the sidelines. Look at this pass, and it sets up what could be the winning field goal. 12 seconds left. Matt Ryman, 34 yards. It's good. Anoka wins 24-21, and they're going to the Prep Bowl next week. Let's hear from the winners.
I knew we would take it all. I knew we're a great team. I know we never let down. We just drive it all the way. We're number one.
Even though we still had a hard time stopping them, that was still a big play. And every turnover was something. You know, I mean, if we wouldn't have got the last turnover, you know, they might have been kicking the field goal instead of us.
Now to Class A, it's Northfield against Hutch. 10-7 Northfield, touchdown pass Holden to Roski, 17-7 Northfield. Fourth quarter, Hutch comes back. Ryan Dolder to Kurt Wagner. 16-yard scoring strike, 17-14 Northfield. Late fourth quarter, Hutch's Timo Horn, 31-yard field goal, it's tied. 17-all, we go to overtime. First play from the OT, 10-yard line. Hoken Bankston for Northfield. Touchdown run, 23-17. Hutch now gets 4 plays from the 10. Their first play in the OT. Watch Bankston. He'll pick off the pass. The game is over. Northfield in overtime, 23-17. And let's hear from the winners.
Oh, we were thinking we ran the same play we ran last week in overtime. But that 46 dive was wide open. In overtime, when they got the ball, we knew we could stick them. I just came up, made the catch. We win the game.
Well, the keys were big, a couple of big plays in overtime. Håkan Bankston obviously made the big run, last 8 yards of it all alone, and then the big pickoff. Great plays. He really made up. He fumbled earlier, and he really felt bad, and made 2 great plays to make up for it.
Class B this afternoon, this is a kickoff return, or is it? It's the skip pass. Tim Bush for Triton will go 92 yards, and Triton takes a 35-28 lead on Zumbrota-Mazeppa. This was a wild football game. A few seconds later now, Zumbrota-Mazeppa, Jeremy Belanger to Brian Potrat's 65-yard scoring strike. With the 2-point conversion, they led the game 36-35. Just over 2 minutes left. Triton is driving. This time it's a screen pass. And it's Kirk Midthun to Tim Bush. Midthun threw 5 TD passes, and that's how Triton goes to the Prep Bowl. 43-36, and they advance. Class C, Chatfield in maroon. Rich Manahan up the middle, nobody touched him. Not a soul. 60-yard touchdown run, and Chatfield wins 35-14 over Minnesota Valley Lutheran. He scored 3 times today. And in 9-man, Verndale against Hills Beaver Creek. Touchdown pass, Runyon to Blaine Leonard, 26 yards. Remember, it's a shortened field for 9-man. Third quarter, Runyon again. This time, a 56-yard touchdown play to Mike Bounds. Verndale wins it 48-18, and they are going to the Prep Bowl next week. And of course, there's a full slate of games tomorrow, starting at 9:30, concluding with the Jefferson-Alexandria game tomorrow night. When we come back, we'll introduce the best football players in the Twin Cities metro area. Our KARE 11 Sports All-Metro team next. Welcome back, everybody. Now it's time to announce our All-Metro football team for this year. It's our 11th year of honoring the Metro's best. We don't name a second team or honorable mention. These are the best of the best. First, our KARE 11 Sports All-Metro defensive team. Tim Rosga leads our All-Metro defensive team. The Cretin-Durham Hall senior did it all. A repeat All-Metro choice, Rosga intercepted 10 passes, 2 of them for touchdowns. He can also hit. The 6'2", 185-pounder punished receivers who came into his area. He also played offense, making 33 catches, scoring 10 touchdowns. He kicked, he punted, he returned. Rosga did it all. Mike McKinney is Apple Valley's all-time career interception leader with 15. The 6'3", 175-pound senior played both safety and receiver. He averaged 24 yards per catch on offense and was a leader on defense. Eric Balbrecht had an amazing career at St. Michael Albertville. Balbrecht intercepted 38 career passes in 4 years, 10 this season. The 4-year starter played both ways in leading the Knights to a 6-3 record. Edison's Darren Johnson was the main reason the Tommies went undefeated in Minneapolis City play. Johnson was a tough defender, recording 70 tackles. The 5'11", 195-pounder also scored 15 touchdowns on offense. Edison finished 8-2 overall. Leading our linebacking core is Northfield's Brent Setterstrom. The 5'11 senior has made 134 tackles through 12 games. The next closest teammate has 67 tackles. The 3-year starter led Northfield to an 11-1 record. Josh Guzzi of Irondale may end up a better hitter in baseball, but on the football field, Guzzi at 6 foot 190 punished people. He made 108 tackles and was named the Twin Cities East Defensive Player of the Year. Forest Lake, 6 foot 185-pound Wes Atkinson led the Rangers' #1 rated defense in the TC East. He made 112 tackles. Atkinson was a 2-year starter and the straw that stirred the defensive drink at Forest Lake. Our final All-Metro linebacker is Sean Fisher at Columbia Heights.
He's 6'3", 220 pounds, and a punishing hitter. The 4-year starter is the school's all-time tackle leader. He also played tight end on offense. Burnsville's 6'6", 220-pound Mike Cernock leads our defensive line. The 3-year starter recorded 5 sacks, 8 hurries, and 53 tackles from his defensive end position. He was the defensive stopper for the Blaze. Paul Boudre of Elk River, number 99, made 9 sacks and was the leading tackler for the Elks' '1 ranked TC West defense. Boudre, at 6'1", 205, was named the Conference Lineman of the Year. Wyzetta's Rob Hansen, at 6', 250, is a true nose guard. Hansen stuck his nose in the opponent's business, recording 15 tackles for losses, including 3 sacks. He also scored 8 touchdowns on offense. Eden Prairie's Justin Bridge, at 6'5", 255, developed into quite a defensive tackle this year. Bridge recorded 6 sacks, caused 2 fumbles, and the senior played with tremendous energy and desire. He led an unheralded Eden Prairie defense. And finally up front, big Kelly Cobernews at Hutchinson. He's 6'5", 260, a 3-year starter who stuffed the run and forced offenses to work away from him. He's led Hutch to the state semifinals this week. Our All-Metro punter is Tom O'Brien of Chaska. What tremendous form. O'Brien averaged 44 yards per punt. He also kicked for Chaska. 87% of his kickoffs were not returned. And finally, our specialist is Totino Grace's Roland Buller. Buller recorded over 2,000 all-purpose yards for the Eagles, scoring a startling 28 touchdowns. The 5'11", 190-pound senior has done it all in leading Totino Grace to the state semifinals.
Congratulations to our defensive winners. Now, let's meet our All-Metro offensive team, plus our choice for Coach of the Year. Here they are. A mighty mite leads our All-Metro offensive team. Meet 5'5" Brad Grossman. The Park Cottage Grove Jr. rushed for 1,686 yards in 12 games. He scored 26 touchdowns. 16 of those TDs were from 30 yards or more. With 4.4 speed, Grossman amassed over 2,000 all-purpose yards for the 10-2 Wolfpack. Leroy McFadden was the top running back in the Lake Conference. At 6'2", 230, McFadden ran over people instead of around them. He rushed for 21 touchdowns and 1,382 yards, and most of that against defenses primed to stop him. Richfield senior Ben Duffy led the Class AA Metro players in rushing during the regular season. Duffy averaged over 9 yards per carry and gaining over 1,700 yards. He scored 22 touchdowns for the Spartans in his only season at running back. He was a defensive back in 1993. Our fourth All-Metro running back is Stillwater's Aaron Runk. Without Runk, the Ponies might have been a 500 team. Runk rushed for over 1,200 yards and scored 21 touchdowns in 11 games. He returned 2 punts for TDs and had a 98-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Our All-Metro quarterback is Anoka senior Jesse Chenard. Chenard has completed 63% of his passes, 14 for touchdowns, and only 2 interceptions. It's Chenard's leadership that makes the difference. He's led Anoka to a perfect 12-0 record. Our All-Metro slot back is Jefferson's 5'8" Brant Grimes. The senior's rushed for over 750 yards. He also returned punts and kicks. As a receiver, Grimes has 21 catches for 373 yards. He has scored 12 touchdowns and has been the spark in leading the Jags to the state semifinals this week. Our All-Metro wide receiver is Tartan junior Matt Wagey on the left, who caught 10 touchdown passes from quarterback Joe Ashfield on the right. The 6'1", 170-pounder caught 33 passes for 646 yards. Tartan finished 7-2. Both Wagey and Ashfield are back next season. Our All-Metro tight end is Theron Von Barron of South St. Paul. The Gopher recruit caught 17 passes for 274 yards and 5 touchdowns. At 6'5", 225, he also played defensive end for the Packers. Casey Jensen of Egan leads our All-Metro offensive line. Lakeville coach Larry Thompson says Jensen at 6'7", 290
blocks out the sun. An All-State player, Egan once ran the same play over Jensen 19 times in one game. He's truly a gifted offensive lineman. Pat Howe of Edina is another massive lineman at 6'5", 300 pounds. Howe was a 3-year starter, a dominating force at right tackle. Opponents said they feared his mean streak. He also played defense. Johnson High School's Chris Hopparth at 6'4", 290 was the go-to guy for the Governors. Whenever they needed yardage, they ran over Chris at tackle. Matt Blodgett was the anchor of an Orono offensive line for the last 2 years. The 6'4", 250-pound senior was the Tri-Metro Lineman of the Year in opening big holes for the Spartans. Anoka Jr. Dave Butler rounds out our offensive lineman. He's 6'2", 250. Watch Butler drive block his opponent right out of the play. He's intense, strong, and a devastating blocker, a 2-year starter for the 12-0 Tornadoes. Our All-Metro kicker is South St. Paul's Louis Sylvester. The senior has an incredible leg. He hit 8 of 16 field goal tries, and the ones he missed were long range, including a 55-yarder off the crossbar. And finally, our coach of the year is Stan Shea of Bloomington Jefferson. After a slow start, Shea turned the Jags around, and they beat Apple Valley, Eden Prairie, and Creighton-Durham Hall to make it to this week's state semifinals. Jefferson has a record of 10-2.
Congratulations to all of our choices for All Metro, and my thanks to our photography staff. We had to go through 130 videotapes that we shot throughout the entire season to come up with all the video that you just saw here tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night for more state semifinal football coverage. Have a good night, everybody.
Tonight's Prep Sports Extra has been brought to you in part by your Northland Ford dealers. Carey Levin Sports presents the Prep Sports Extra, brought to you in part by your Northland Ford dealers. Now, here's Randy Shaver.
Good evening, everybody. The Prep Bowl is set for next week. The Class AA semifinal between Jefferson and Alexandria capped off 10 games in 2 days to decide the Prep Bowl contestants. We start our coverage with the nightcap. Jefferson against Alexandria. Alex scores first. Ryan Noltzman gets in to make it 7-0. Alexandria. Back come the Jags. Shovel pass. Hoffert off to the speedy Kenyatta Bolden. He's gone. 77-yard touchdown run, and the game is tied at 7. Alex fumbled the ensuing kickoff, giving Jefferson the ball back. Hoffert, the quarterback, finds Aaron Sinclair open, wide open touchdown, 13-7 at the half. Jeff. First series, third quarter, watch R.J. Nodlin. Picks off Hoffert's pass, big turnover, and Alexandria turns it into points. Bill Zacher, number 47, scores, 14-13 Alex. Big blow late third quarter. Brant Grimes, injured for Jefferson. Their star player did not return. Jags take the lead fourth quarter. Kenyatta Bolden, short touchdown run, 19-14 Jefferson. But Alex wins it late. Short touchdown sneak by the quarterback, Andy Quist. They added the 2-point conversion. Alexandria wins it tonight, 22-19. And let's hear from their head coach.
I'm too high right now to even talk, but the kids played great. We came back at halftime, and we've been doing that the first half of the season. We were behind at halftime, I think, every ball game. We came back, so it was nothing new, but the kids just have never quit all year. They just keep coming. That's been our motto. We just keep coming.
Class A tonight, Sartell just kept coming against Totino Grace. Tom Stark touchdown, 7-0 at the half. Sartell. Watch Totino come back, number 42, Charlie Cerisi, 18-yard gain, down to the Sartell 14-yard line. With the drive stalls, and Josh Brand has to boot a field goal, and it's 7-3 Sartell. Tom Stark puts Sartell up 13-3 third quarter on the pitch, takes it in short yardage. Then Brand kicks another field goal for Totino Grace. That made it 13-6. But Scott Mater kicked his own field goal for Sartell, and an interception for a touchdown late in the game sealed it. Sartell 23-6 over Totino Grace, and let's hear from the winners.
Great. This is absolutely fantastic, I'll tell you. Kids really kept their composure. I thought we got outplayed a little bit in the first half. We were on the board, but I thought we got outplayed. Second half, we seemed to come back out and do our own thing and and get back into the game again. And I think our offense took a little more control in the second half.
Well, in Class B, unbeaten Breckenridge battled Becker for the right to go to the state championship next week. This was a pretty good matchup. Watch now as Dwight Lundeen takes his Becker team to hopefully the Class B title. Becker on the move first quarter, number 22, Scott Hatala, 3-yard touchdown run, 7-0 Becker. Second quarter, Corey Stanger to Brandon Novak. 23-yard touchdown catch. Great catch by Novak, 14-0 Becker. Third quarter, it's 14-7. Watch Stanger go to work again. Finds Brock Bozer, 25-yard scoring strike, 21-7, Becker in front. Still third quarter, it's Stanger again. Third receiver on this play, Chad Bjorklund, touchdown. Stanger 217 yards in the air, 3 TDs, 35-14 Becker. Let's hear from Dwight Lundeen.
Since the playoffs started, we've had every game has been a tough game. We've had a tough game with Piers in the section final. We had to go to Deer River. They were the #1 team in the state. And when you go through hard times and you don't lose, I think your team gets better. And I think we're playing better and better each quarter.
Well, Class C, Holly takes a 15-8 lead on Red Lake Falls. Casey Marshall, 1-yard scoring run, late second quarter. Jesse Barbeau to Blaze Larson. 35-yard touchdown strike, 15-14 at the half Red Lake. Second half, Larson, 11-yard touchdown run. He had 215 yards on the ground. Red Lake Falls wins it 36-15. They're going to the Prep Bowl. 9-man this morning. Watch number 42, Ryan Johnson. Remember, it's a shortened field. Kitson Central on top, 14-0 on Little Fork Big Falls. Good defense here. Johnson picks off the pass. It ends a Viking drive. But the Vikings will answer with defense of their own. Mark LePage picks off the Kitson pass, and that ends a drive. Second half, Mark Olsenowski on a 36-yard touchdown run, and Kitson takes the lead 20-0. Remember, it's a shortened field in 9-man, and he scores with the touchdown marker at the 10-yard line. It's Johnson again, 1-yard TD run. Kitson Central 34-6, and they are going to the Prep Bowl next Friday. When we come back, we're going to look at next week's matchups in Prep Bowl 94. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. The Prep Bowl now set for next Friday. KMSP Channel 9 will carry all 5 games. Here are the matchups now, starting with 9-man. Verndale against Kitson Central. That'll be at 9:30 in the morning at the Dome. Then at noon, it's Class C, Red Lake Falls against Chatfield. There are no bad matchups when you get to this point. In Class B, undefeated Triton, who won that wild game over Mazeppa, Zumbrota-Mazeppa, will play Becker for the Class B championship. Then at 5 o'clock next Friday, it's Northfield and their very stingy defense and a great running back at Hoken Bankston against Sartell. That'll be at 5. Then the big one. In Class AA, it'll be undefeated Anoka against undefeated Alexandria. That'll be at 7:45 next Friday night. We'll cover the Prep Bowl in detail next Friday night on our final Prep Sports Extra for the fall. We'll see you at 11:05 next Friday night. Good night, everybody.
Tonight's Prep Sports Extra has been brought to you in part by your Northland Ford dealers.